We're back again, yet another week at Pipe Bomb Sports Show. It's me, Francesco,
Nelly.
Jimmy Dugan.
and we have a special guest today. Steven, say hello
Hello.
to the fans.
Hello.
And we bring Steven in. We know you love baseball. Big football guy, big baseball guy.
Right, what's
There's-
that song in the
there's some sad
background?
music playing in the
what
background.
Happened to what happened to our Eagles this week?
What happened to our Eagles? What happened to my Juventus? I don't know if you guys are trying to make me commit suicide on air. I'm really starting to believe more and more that I can't have faith in the NFL. I'm starting to see things that are making me read between the lines. Results are predetermined. Because there's no way you don't hand that ball off to
Here's
Shady
something.
for
Here's
4
something.
straight downs.
You hear something?
Who'd you beat?
He's in flash.
It's okay.
Who
It's
did the
okay.
Giants beat?
We won. I don't have to hear Fly Eagles Fly anymore.
You will next week. You know why you're going to hear it
One
next
game
week?
out.
Because we're playing the Rams in Philly. So
okay.
get ready to hear it again.
Fine.
We're skipping segments already. It's 1
Right?
minute to the show.
You see what happens when the Eagles lose? This is why the Giants have to stop winning, period. Because this, I hear every day. I enjoy my few moments,
yeah.
and I'm not allowed. It's a bad thing. I hope Eli gets popped and his helmet goes flying.
At least my Bucks won too, man.
No,
I
what did the
told
Bucks
you on
do?
the show. We won. Mike Glennon came in. I told you the Steelers were a huge letdown, and we were going to win. I told all my friends, don't take them into suicide. It was a huge trap game. 140 people I know in one suicide got knocked out.
To the
Crazy.
Steelers.
Yeah. Took
You
the
know what?
Steelers.
Big Buck fans.
That's
You know,
it.
that's-
140 people.
you know, we're gonna talk football a little later in the show, but you know what happened last night, what I watched last night, what happened over the weekend. Monk was on hand to see
Big week in baseball, man.
what happened. Where'd you go?
Went to Fenway, see him off. Very emotional.
Derek Jeter.
Very classy by the Red Sox. I didn't expect that. Bobby Orr doesn't come out for anybody.
Yeah, that's
He
crazy.
doesn't leave his couch for anybody. That just goes to show you about Derek Jeter. Paul Pierce comes back. Boston. You're hired by the Wizards. You're wearing a Boston Celtics just for the Jeter, just for that day. It was really special, man. I don't know if it was as special as at the stadium, but it was. They did the right thing, sending him off.
You know what? I think that's the beauty of sports. At the end of the day, you sort of end up respecting your rival.
Yeah.
And Jeter was
That's what's so
always
beautiful about
the
it.
icon of New York,
Yeah.
your arch rival. But at the end of the day,
They really appreciate
he
it.
made a rivalry between New York and Boston that much better.
Steven, did you watch Jeter's last game? We'll take a guest approach this. What were you feeling watching it? Sadness?
A lot of sadness.
Even after, like, I was sad watching the game until the ninth inning, and then, like, after the hit in the bottom of the ninth, felt like we won the World Series. It was like, you're not supposed to feel like that after not making the playoffs after 2 years, but it was sad to see Jeter, and for him to do it, it was like baseball is fixed, one thing. How does that happen? And it was so good for him because he's played the game so right.
It's fixed.
He's never in a steroid scandal. He's never in a scandal.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, if there's not a God to make that guy have a moment, I mean, it was crazy. It was good. I was happy. You got to be happy for him, how he went out.
His last home game?
Yeah.
Yo, that's one of the only reasons why I was okay with him, with the Yankees missing the playoffs, so
Yeah.
that his last home game, there wouldn't be any question when it would be. This was his last home game.
Yes.
And it
They
wouldn't.
made it that much
Yeah, that was.
special.
Yeah, I was kind of mad when they didn't pull him in the
Yeah.
ninth. I thought, but thank God
Yeah.
they didn't.
Why would they pull him? When they knew exactly how that game was going to end.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
man.
Come on. What makes
No,
a great
we're gonna keep
storyline?
you in
And
the
then I
night because
drive-
they're gonna tie it, and then you know what, Jude, you can hit a walk-off hit. Don't worry about
I
it.
got a text from James in our group chat, and he straight up said, promise you this, Jeter wins this game in the bottom of the ninth.
Mark,
Sure enough, it happened.
who hit the last home run for the Orioles? I can't even tell you that player's name right now. Was it Caleb Joseph? Who was it? Who tied the
Steve-
game up?
Steven
Ex-Yankee,
Pierce.
Steve
Yeah.
Pierce.
Steve Pierce?
Ex-Yank.
Oh, my God.
Ex-pinstriper.
I don't even know who hit it.
I tell you,
played
that
everywhere.
Homer off
It's-
David Robertson
it's-
tonight? Come on.
Yeah, thanks, David. I have to be honest. I drove 4 hours. They took him out in the third inning.
Yeah, that's
They took him out in the
It
third.
was, we left in the seventh. There was not much more to see. It was Derek Jeter Day. Unbelievable.
Well, that's pretty cool. At least you experienced that. You saw his last final hit.
Yeah,
too.
Red Sox fans had shirts on. It said, respect for Jeter, not the Yankees.
Nice.
Great.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
That is pretty cool.
they all had those shirts
I was also happy in the final stadium. I said Torrey was going to be there, but the moment that got me when Jeter was going down the clubhouse and Torrey was following him behind him, it was like, it was like a funeral. It was legit like a funeral. It was sick.
Beautiful.
And it was smart that CC and Garner were the ones that Gatorade showered him, like the two Yankees that have been there for a while.
Yep.
So I thought it was good. Dukes, any other takes on this? Or
I mean, say goodbye to
yeah.
a lifelong
Thanks,
legend
Derek.
that we grow up with. So
You know what? As dark a situation as that was, there was a lot of light in it. But there was even more light last night. The people of Kansas City
yeah,
waited so long to celebrate. And how they won that game was beyond me.
unbelievable.
I know.
I wish I could have stayed awake.
And
Yeah,
now
came back 3 times.
Brian, I have
in
to
that
be
game.
honest with you. The Oakland Athletics did everything this season to get to not play baseball. Come this time of the year, they
Yeah.
want to play golf this time of year. They had their, bro.
They
were
get to play the Angels
They
now.
had their tea time.
Royals,
2
Angels.
months ago. They had their tea times. Okay.
This is Angel Wings. It's not Eagle Wings. Angel Wings. But
Be honest.
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza, do you think they
Bob
need some
Melvin
Angels
needs to get fired.
Yes.
to beat the Royals?
Out.
It's gotta go.
No.
No.
I don't
You think
they
Angels,
need, I don't
Royals,
think they need Mel
easy?
Clark or George Knox.
Knox.
All right.
I'll put
Emerlin
Leo
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
All right.
Mitchell.
Guys,
Go back to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
it happened.
Listen, the fact is,
happened.
the Angels are gonna win in 4 games. The Royals will maybe steal 1.
I have Angels in 5.
Angels of 5.
Rest the
Angels in 5.
Rest the
Angels of
rotation.
5.
I'm taking KC in 5.
Are you on something?
Wow. No. And what I seen last night, that they are really, really thriving right now. They stole 7 bases alone. That alone, stealing bases is huge.
runs, dude.
What was
Give him a
Derek
walk.
Norris?
It's okay though because I don't like the pitching staff for the Angels anyway. Besides Jared Weaver, who's good.
Guys, I have
That's
to be
true.
honest with you. I think the Oakland, I'm not saying I'm being on. I think the Oakland Athletics turned themselves into the worst team in baseball.
You know, they're the
Playoff
worst.
contention.
They're the worst
They were
winning
worse than the
percentage in the
Padres
second
for
half.
You know the
There you
sad
go.
thing is
No,
we're
they're
not
the
saying
worst.
that
They
if
played a
Doolittle
bad
gets
team that
the
did
save.
anything to lose, dude.
Dude, the A's had the worst statistical winning percentage in the entire second half of baseball. They were the worst team in baseball.
The Royals a pat on the back.
No way.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Didn't they have 70
They have a lot
wins
to
going
prove.
into July?
Proven, they have a lot to prove.
They do.
Ballsy.
They do.
Let's get it all straight here on the show. I think it might have been our first ever episode. It was just me, Dugan, and Fran. We picked the
Told you
Royals
the
to
Royals
make the
would get
the
playoffs.
Royals.
So if you want to go to archives, guys, we're there. We have a full-blown 20-minute conversation
that is
about the Kansas City Royals. And it brought to my attention by someone who watches the show, and I totally forgot about it. And then I go back and I go, wow, I'm going to post it up on Instagram tonight. Then find through the archives. Like, okay.
We believed.
We believed. You know what?
I don't
KC, they
believe
were a
anymore.
scrappy team. They showed promise last year, KC.
I think the bullpen for the Royals is really good.
But can they do anything?
We understand
Did you
that.
See that Angels
We know that.
offense,
So
Steven? No.
It's over.
Over.
It's over.
It's tough because when you look at guys like Pujols and Trout, and Hamilton said he's going to come back and be okay.
He's back.
And-
Howie Kendricks hit the
And
ball
I'm
all
going
over
to
the
put
place.
my faith in Lorenzo Cain. I'm not going to put my faith in Lorenzo
No,
Cain.
I wouldn't
Salvador
use my fantasy
Perez.
baseball team's faith in
Yeah,
Lorenzo
like
Cain.
Billy Bull had a great game. Good for him. You know, big time Royal guy. But no, you got Omar Infante, Alcides Escobar. I gotta love the Angels. I mean,
Can you
I
say
gotta
that
love
first name again?
Alcides Escobar.
Before that.
Omar
Infante. It's over. It's
They're
going
both
to
bad,
the
Fran.
Angels.
All right.
it's all right.
The other American League matchup, Tigers Baltimore.
Wow.
That's a matchup.
Baltimore's they're a sleeper in a lot of people's eyes. Tigers kind of stumbling into the playoffs themselves. I have to be honest with you guys, Tigers all the way.
Me too.
I think the Tigers are a sleeper in the American League. I think they're going to make it all the way. I think that Price, Scherzer, I think Verlander will get his stuff together, and I think they'll be good. Their offense will hit. Rivera slowed down, but
I had a real tough time picking this matchup.
yeah.
I
Very
flip flopped the entire all day, and I had Detroit, and then I flipped to the Orioles, back to Detroit, but I'm going with the Orioles. I like the Orioles.
Steve, what do you feel about this
As
matchup?
an optimistic baseball fan,
Yeah.
I would like the Detroit Tigers to win. To win it all. After what happened the past 2 times they were in the World Series. 2006, they lost to the worst team to ever win the World Series. 83-72. The St. Louis Cardinals won the World Series. 2012, they sweep the Yankees. They get swept by the Giants.
Yeah. Yes,
they deserve
sickening.
it. They deserve it. I mean, more than anyone else. I mean, Baltimore is a sleeper, but I think they're a lot better than anyone gives them credit for.
You
A
think-
lot better. But I think I think Detroit all the way.
You don't think Showalter has any magic in him in this match? I mean, do we see anything here? Fran, do you see anything in this Tiger Oriole matchup that, tell the fans that, there might be some excitement here?
I'm a big fan of Buck, but I don't think the Orioles have the experience and the knocouts to.
Well, Fran, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a no-brainer of managers. Brad Ausmus, you're not half the manager.
Oh well, no, but,
Showalter is.
but
so
the
and,
Orioles rotation is nothing compared.
and
to
I
the
am not
Tigers
sold on that
rotation.
No,
Detroit bullpen,
Detroit's-
but I am sold on their starting pitch.
Their starting
Yeah.
pitch is fantastic,
That's
but their
what I'm
bullpen
thinking.
is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
It's a playoff
Joe
job,
Jabba there, bro.
Joe Nick
Jabba
is
Jabba.
shaky as it gets.
It's a playoffs.
I do like the Tigers in 5 though.
Jabba would be
I'm
phenomenal.
going Orioles
Watch.
in
It'll be
5.
phenomenal.
I
I
have
got
them in
Orioles
6.
in 5.
No,
Tigers in
five.
6.
Best of 5.
Honestly,
First round,
I
best of
got.
5?
First round, best of 5.
When is it going up?
Next round.
Baseball.
Stop.
Baseball. I'm a Mets fan. I haven't seen the playoffs since 06.
Fran doesn't watch baseball.
My take here.
It's too American.
I think Orioles got to take 2 at home. I think if they lose one road game, they ain't coming out alive out of Detroit. It's over in Detroit. Simple as that. Orioles have to win a home game. Have to win both. They have to win both. Because if you split, you go back to Detroit, they're going to be rocking. Whoever you throw, they're going to throw Verlander or Price game 3.
Verlander.
Verlander's a winner game 3.
And
It's party time. Detroit fans are going to be rocking. It's the same thing when the Yankees always play Detroit. You always had to take 2 games because you never made it out of Detroit alive. You're lucky if you did. It happened once, and that's when Nova got hurt in 5, when somehow A.J. Burnett won that game a couple years back. But
I just like their offensive firepower. I think they can hit the.
Does pitching not win?
I can't trust Ubaldo Jimenez, bro. I can't do this.
Tillman is
Yeah.
I don't get me wrong. I don't like the starting pitching, but I think that the hitting for the Orioles can stay with the pitching of Detroit and then outscore them.
So you're saying it's like a 50-50 series? It's this one's-
Yeah, I was back
Well,
and
hey,
forth.
if it gets into the bullpens, and then you got to manage late.
Yeah.
I mean, we know who has the advantage. You know.
But don't you think, guys, like, being here before matters here, and Detroit's been here before? Like, Adam Jones might not have that feeling. Like, he has to lead this team. Chris Davis is out. I know he had a bad season.
Yeah.
Nelly Cruz always stunk in the playoffs. He blew the World Series for Texas on that
Single-handedly.
defensive play.
Twice.
I mean, he had a great season. Yeah, but the contract's over. It's already, he's going to get paid. It's set in stone with Nelly Cruz now.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if he falls short. I'll give him a home run in this series. I do. He'll hit a nice shot. Probably, I'm going to go game 1. He'll hit one and then disappear. He'll have one game out of whenever the Tigers
So
clinch
the room
it.
is split? No.
I'm with
Tigers.
the Tigers.
We're all Tigers.
Everyone's
All
Tigers
Tigers.
except
Los
for me.
Tigres.
Dugan is an
Los
Oriole.
Tigres,
Yeah.
Steven? Steven's with Los Tigres.
so
And I'm the
Yeah.
only one with the Royals too.
We had
So
an
we're-
exciting game last night.
I'm against
We had an
Great
everyone.
exciting
game last
game
night.
tonight.
Tonight's a big
I'm
game.
torn.
Hold on. Guys, before we move on, you picked the Royals and the Orioles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who the hell is going to watch that?
No one.
ALCS?
No one.
Seriously, are you going to watch that?
No
I'm
one.
not watching anyway.
No one.
Nobody will watch.
Nobody.
No.
To be honest.
I watch Pete Weber bowl.
You know when I put baseball on? When it's nap time. And you know what? I could have woke up this morning and probably still been watching the same baseball game from last night. It took forever.
Grant, I can't tell you how I watch a soccer game and a baseball game, and it's like a half of inning, and then it's like halftime. It's a soccer
Halftime.
game. Like, this is
Halftime.
ridiculous.
Baseball innings take
I'm like,
40
yo,
minutes.
this is ridiculous.
Oh
It's a
my
pitching
God.
Change, like,
Come on.
It was bad. It was bad last night.
They waited 29
God,
years
Ellie,
to
what
watch
do
a
you think
win.
about tonight's game?
My heart, I love Pittsburgh. My heart's with Pittsburgh, and I'm with Pittsburgh. The fans are going to be rocking. If you want to watch a great game, it's right there.
San
Me too.
Francisco.
Yeah.
I'm
Pittsburgh.
I like
I'm with
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
I'm telling you what. If it was a 5-game series, I would go with the Giants.
I like
But
that.
one
I agree
game
with that.
in Pittsburgh to move on, I'm taking the
I
Pirates.
even
They're
like,
gonna be
like Pittsburgh's
going
bullpen
wild
better.
tonight.
I'm not sold on Casillas and Romo. I'm not sold on those guys.
No.
Sergio.
I like the Pirates. They got power.
Yeah, I have the Giants of the World Series.
Me-
so
okay.
I
Yeah.
can see it. They're fantastic.
That's
All right,
it.
so I guess we know.
Steven,
who
I
it is.
love that pick. Why do you see the Giants World Series?
They're a different team in the playoffs.
It's true.
It's true.
No, they are.
They're different men.
Some teams are built for the playoffs.
Just like
The
the
Giants are
Cardinals.
built.
That's
Yeah.
why I think that's going to be the NLCS.
I believe in the bum. I believe in the bum Garner.
Well, you look at Bum, and he shuts down Skywalker. He got a bat from the right side. Pedro Alvarez is another, Neil Skywalker over here. So you got McCutcheon has to carry this team, And Edison
Josh
Volquez,
Harrison.
Harrison.
Guys,
Harrison, I love
Martin.
Josh.
Mike
Sold
Davis
on
really
Josh
going.
Harrison.
Like,
He
come
is
on.
my X factor tonight.
We
No.
can't talk about Josh Harrison with me and Fran, okay?
He's my
Okay.
X factor.
We had a fantasy meltdown that, one of us dropped him and there was almost a fight. We're lucky we're still partners. We're lucky we're still partners.
He doesn't want
Move on. I had Mark Teixeira. I stood up for Derek Jeter. He had a horrible season.
Yes.
We're
Yes, Nelly. Yes.
to go get
Nelly,
it out.
Tell everybody who you
Tell us how you really feel.
I will tell you who Nell kept picking on.
Ryan
I
McMahon.
had the Yankees on my roster than the Yankees doing their professional roster.
Yeah.
And they're the worst offensive team
Guys,
in baseball.
Heart comes together with a Mets fan.
That was starting Derek Jeter in my lineup.
I'm sorry, Fran. It was his last
Even
year.
Dugan's laughing.
It was a historic moment. I owned him.
I'm writing history with Nell. I'm not trying to win titles.
You do. I'm sorry, guys.
Most Konerko even made my roster. He
Yeah.
didn't even start for the White Sox.
I love Konerko. I'm so glad he got a
so
statue.
We all have the Pirates.
All have the Pirates.
I got Giants.
You have the
Okay.
Giants.
Giants sweep. They're going the whole way. They're going to take.
So
they're taking
sweep.
the
It's one
Pirates out
game tonight.
and they're winning the next 3 games.
Okay.
The next 4 games.
It's the Nationals. It's the Nationals.
Yeah, they're going to win 4
They're gonna beat the Nationals.
like that.
Oh, Lord.
So so that's the next series. Okay,
Yeah.
well I think it's gonna be Pittsburgh and the Nationals,
Yeah.
and I have the Nationals.
I got the Nationals with you.
I have the Nationals,
Nationals.
and I have them.
They're just better pitching than
I have them in
Pittsburgh.
4.
You have him before?
I like Jordan Zimmerman. I like Strasburg.
I got Washington at 4. Same thing.
No, I got the winner of tonight. I got the Pirates. So I got the winner tonight advancing at LCS. But I do like the Giants. I think the Giants win. I think they're the only team that could beat the Dodgers.
That's how I see
But
it.
right, they're
I
the
have-
only
that's exactly
team
how I
that could
see it. I
beat
have
the
to be honest.
Dodgers. Steve, was that in your?
He made a great point. He
Yeah.
made a great. They are.
No, we're on.
They're a completely different
I have
animal.
no doubt. I have no problem with it though.
They're a completely different animal in the playoffs. Bruce Bochy is seasoned. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Veteran.
You got guys like Hunter Pence. You got guys like Brandon Bell who could step into one. Crawford, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He bats 250 all year. In the playoffs, he'll bat over 300.
Yeah.
That's what it
It's
seems
true.
to be with this team.
He's a different
Gregor Blanco
animal.
will give
Yeah.
you a triple. They'll get this spark. In
Angel
saying that,
Pagan.
the experience from last year I think really helped the Pirates, and I really like the 3 powerful right-handed bats against Bumgarner. I like Marte, I like Harrison, I
Yeah.
like
And McCutcheon,
I
yeah.
think
Russell Martin, too,
I
is a
think
big
going-
player.
Right, I think going through that lineup 2 or 3 times, I think they get enough runs. I still think it's a 1-run game. Pirates though.
Yeah. And the
I can see it going either way.
And the Giants are very big on this kid Paddock. He's batting 2 tonight, I see.
Yeah, from
Very
Florida.
big on this kid. You got Sandoval, Pence,
From Florida?
Crawford. Yeah, Paddock. Huge buzz on this kid. I like this wild card. Whoever wins, Pittsburgh or San Francisco, 2 great organizations, they're going to go. They're really go.
So you
Because
got Pittsburgh in the next round. You
Yeah.
have Nationals. I have the
I have
Nationals, and
Nationals.
you have the Giants.
Yeah, if Pittsburgh wins tonight, I'd pick Washington. But if
No,
otherwise,
go with your pick. Go with your pick. You have the Giants.
I'd
you
have
stay with the Giants.
I'll stay with the Giants.
Steven, have some faith.
All right.
No, I
I'll
got
just-
Giants Nationals. But if Pittsburgh wins tonight,
Yeah.
I have the Nationals in the
Oh.
next series.
That's fair.
Okay. See, I'm flip-flopping all the way to the World Series, whoever wins tonight. So if the Giants win, I'm winning them all the way. If Pittsburgh wins, I'll win Pittsburgh all the way.
I don't think so.
So you ride the wild card team.
Yeah, I'm riding the wild card
I don't
team.
think-
One wild card team's going to make it.
Not
I think
this
the,
year.
I think the
Not
Dodgers
this
are
year.
too good.
Usually
man.
every year it happens. Not this year.
Well, my
next
World
series
Series
is,
is-
in my opinion,
Yeah.
I have to be honest, guys. Ever since I got back from Cali, I left a little piece of my heart there.
You're rocking the Cali shirt, so
To
it's
a Jew.
okay.
And he's got golden hair. And he's my favorite athlete now that Derek Jeter's gone. And, they're my favorite team.
Dodgers.
The
Yeah,
Curse Daddy?
Yeah, they're the favorites. They're the favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas odds came out. They're the favorites to win the World Series with Greinke and Kershaw and Ryu and Harron and that lineup. I see no
Ryu.
reason why
Hadouken.
they shouldn't. Game 1, Wainwright,
Yeah.
Kershaw, yeah.
Kershaw. That's
Fantastic game.
Does the winner of that game win the series?
No.
No. Because.
Doesn't matter?
The Dodgers are too good.
No. Dodgers.
So you got the Dodgers, obviously.
I got the Dodgers going to the World Series.
I have the
Yeah.
Dodgers going to the World Series as well.
Yeah.
I have them beating. I do have them beating the Cardinals in 5. In a tough
Okay.
5.
Steve,
Yeah.
how you feel about this?
that
Steve?
works.
Cardinals in 5.
Cardinals at 5.
I have
Oh,
Cardinals
why?
in 4.
Another
You have
team
Cardinals
that's
in
completely different
4.
in the playoffs.
Cardinals
It's true.
Another completely different playoff.
They
team.
are.
Cardinals in 4?
Cardinals in 4.
Dude,
and
why
that's
you like Cardinals in
strictly
4?
only because I think Wainwright is going to beat Kershaw over tonight.
Yeah, That's the only reason.
But guys,
why.
the
Even though it's not gonna happen.
I
The
think
Dodgers
it-
change offense.
But the Dodgers collapsed
Nah,
last year in the
it's
playoffs.
gonna
Yasiel Puig couldn't get a hit.
But
I
that's
think
experience.
this
This
year
is
they
yeah.
hit.
This
The
is
This
Cardinals
year they
are
this year
so
they
good
hit.
in the playoffs.
Monk, I'm with you, Monk. This year they hit.
Now,
They do.
D. Gordon is a different D. Gordon this
I
year.
know.
This year, I think I really, really do believe the Dodgers hit. I felt
Yeah.
it this year, man.
In the
I'm telling
Yankee fan world, I want to see Dodgers Orioles show up to Donnie. That'll be a
you. That
great
would be
story.
awesome. That would be
Phenomenal.
awesome.
But I think the Dodgers, I think they're going to have a clutch gene in this series. I could see St. Louis. I fell in love with the Cardinals team when they won the World Series 3 years back. And they're just not the same team anymore. Matt Holliday's
You're
a
the
year
decider
older.
right now. We're
You know?
split. We're split on the
I'm with
panel.
the Dodgers.
Dodgers,
And
3-2.
it's scary to pick the Dodgers over Pittsburgh and San Francisco going forward for me. But I think Magic's going to strike somewhere. In
No,
s-
no
in-
pun
in town.
intended.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson. But
So you have the Dodgers going to the World Series.
No, Dodgers. No, I have the winner of the wild card going, but I have the Dodgers in the NLCS.
Okay,
I do.
losing to
Kershaw
Pirates.
might throw a perfect game tomorrow. Who knows? You know, he might Roy Halladay it. No hitter.
The other American League series it would
is,
be the ALCS
Angels,
would be,
Royals.
would be Angels Tigers in my
In
opinion.
majority opinion, it's Angels Tigers.
And I go Tigers.
I go Angels. I got an North California World
I go
Series.
Angels. I go Angels. Yeah.
Dugan?
In my pick, I had the Orioles.
Okay.
So I got the Orioles
Okay.
making it.
Really?
Yeah.
All the way.
All
They're
the
gonna
way.
do what Cal couldn't.
Because I have Orioles versus KC, and
no
KC's
pitching.
not beating the Orioles.
Tigers are
That's
going to
why.
win the pennant
How
in
do you
6
have
games.
KC beating the Angels?
Six games.
Because that's
I
that's
know.
how I see it happening in 5 games.
It
I
could happen.
I'm telling you, last night.
It could happen.
I just what they did last night. It's gonna jolt them so
Yeah.
much into the play. Like they have no fear. I feel like they're going into these games and
Yep.
they think they're gonna win every game.
Do you know that the Royal Stadium had a 101.9 decibel rating?
Wow.
That place was loud.
Yeah.
They were loud.
I feel in all these games that game one matters huge. And it's a 7-game series. But if people go down, like the Angels, it's all confidence. Like Bryce Harper back in the playoffs, Mike Trout, 2 young kids who, they need that franchises look to. They gotta get hot early. They gotta someone gotta get hot and ride a wave. So
Yeah, but you know what? I thought that last night with Brandon Moss, and
Oh my God.
it didn't work.
No.
I know.
When he hit that second one to make
Yeah.
it 5-3, and then I was like, okay, this
that's
game's
center
over.
field didn't move. All right,
This
guys,
game's over.
let's do MVP talk. Yeah, MVP picks
Wait,
from your
who you got
American League.
in the World Series,
All right.
actually?
So I have the winner of Pirates San Francisco.
Pick one.
So you
So
have,
I'll pick one there from the NL, and on the other side I have the Angels. So of course Angels, I'm going Trout. Of course, I'm picking Trout. If the Tigers make it though, this is my dark horse. I'm going to be with them. Ian Kinsler. Ian Kinsler, first year there in Detroit. That would be my dark horse pick.
fantastic.
And Pittsburgh, I'm going to go with John Harrison, our boy, because he's going to go wild. Josh Harrison. And San Francisco, I'll go with easy with Posey. I'm gonna go pitcher there, so I'll probably go Bumgarner comes through. Bumgarner is my MVP.
And the bum we trust.
That'll be those are my MVP picks.
If the Giants win the World
We'll
Series,
see.
I'm coming in
It could
dressed
all
up as a
change.
hobo.
who do you got
All
winning?
right.
Well, I'm winning it. I gotta take the winner of San Francisco Pittsburgh tonight.
Who do you have winning it, and who are they beating?
I have. Okay, I
said
picked Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh.
already,
Who do you have
but on
winning
my
it,
safe
and who do you
side,
have
I'm
them
picking
beating?
the San Francisco Giants
Okay.
beating the Angels. They're going to be the
That-
Dodgers
that was
and the Angels, and I'm
redemption.
taking the
Took me
Giants.
5 to 6 minutes to eke it out of them.
Damn you, Monk. Damn you, Monk.
Didn't want to make a prediction.
I did it.
Wiggled around
We're
it.
taking
There's nothing safe
Giants,
about this
Yeah.
show.
Pirates.
He's picking San Francisco. The viewers are he's picking San Francisco, picking the West Coast World Series, the one that people didn't assume were gonna happen. Not
I
the
can't.
Dodgers, the Giants.
I'm
And
scared, Monk.
He's got Bochy in the
I'm
World
scared.
Series. All right, Dugan.
For me, I got Cardinals versus the Orioles,
I'm not watching.
First.
This is a no-brainer.
and I'm
Not
taking
watching.
the Orioles.
What?
And I'm taking the Orioles. And my if,
Dugan has
if-
the Orioles.
if the
winning one.
Orioles win,
Monk's writing
I'm
this down.
going Nelly Cruz.
Is Ray Rice invited to the parade?
Another bird?
I'm going Nelly Cruz will have the MVP, but if the Cardinals
Wow.
win, I think Wainwright gets the MVP for them.
All right. Steve, what do you got, Steve? Who you?
I got
MLB.
the Tigers over the Giants in 6 games.
Nice.
If the Giants win, I'm going to say Posey's the MVP.
Mhm.
The Tigers win. Victor Martinez.
Ooh, yeah, he's a clutch
He's their
playoff
best
player.
hitter.
He is.
He's their best.
Victor
hitter.
Martinez. He,
I will
so
go
good.
with the consensus pick. They're gonna win it this year. This is their year, guys. Greinke, they need it. This is their year. Dodgers beat the Tigers 7.
Interesting.
Kershaw, beautifully pitched Game 7.
I got the opposite.
Yeah.
I have Angels versus Dodgers, California showdown. I have the Angels
Three-way
in 7.
series.
I have Mike Trout winning MVP and taking over baseball as the new face from Derek Jeter.
Wow. I can see
Because you
this.
know why?
That whole
Because it's a fixed sport and it's a storyline that they want.
Why
It
not
is fixed.
Kershaw? Why
It's
not
like the
Kershaw?
story from the All-Star
He's not going
game.
until he's 40.
Trout to Jeter, like the All-Star game. Jeter got hit and
That's
then
it.
Trout hit a shot. Yeah,
It's-
I
if
can
it-
totally
If
see
it
it.
happens, I'll tell you where I live. I'll take everything you guys want to
When
send
you
me.
hear Ray Lewis retired that year, 2 years ago, and
You-
they won
you
the Super
know?
Bowl, you didn't know they were going to win? I stood up with Duke until 5 o'clock in the morning saying, the Ravens are really going to win.
Yeah.
But how are they going to lose?
No, it was sick. 'cause
We're really
we were
gonna
doing
win.
our we were
We're
doing our pool.
bracket buster in the playoffs. You know they're going to win. How do we get out of this?
'Cause
But they're really
me-
going to
no,
win. They
honestly,
shouldn't.
no.
But Ray Lewis is
Me
going
and
to
Mel
win.
Del Pietro
hate
last
the Ravens
season.
and Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
We hate them, and we're sitting at and we can't figure out who win. And we legitimately we just look up. We're
We
like,
had milk and cookies.
you
Swear to
know,
God.
you really know who's
Milk and
gonna win,
cookies.
right? And it's the Ravens, and that's
Stood
the year
up.
when they played Denver. And
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
we literally
Tom
were like the
Brady,
Ravens are gonna
No,
win.
it happens.
Harbaugh Bowl.
what
We
makes
hit the
the best
bracket.
story. When Del Pietro was retiring,
Yeah.
I said, we're going to win the championship. Not only did we win, but we went undefeated.
Yeah.
What makes the best storyline? New stadium, retiring legend, championship.
Absolutely.
Storylines win
Absolutely.
championships, not rosters.
It's just too crazy for it not to happen. Too crazy.
Was it a coincidence?
Yeah.
Come on.
Could you imagine
Every time?
Now, what's your like crazy things you want to see, like predictions for this playoffs? I'm gonna say like another Jeffrey Mayer moment's gonna happen in Baltimore where they get screwed. Like even when instant replay, they're still gonna get it wrong. Something big with instant replay is gonna happen in Baltimore.
I can see that. I can
Like
see something.
that's gonna be the storyline there.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any crazy baseball predictions?
No hitter. I don't know.
A no hitter?
Yeah.
You think a no hitter could happen?
There's
Kershaw? Yeah.
Wainwright maybe. These pitchers
Whoa.
are.
Huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pitcher's game.
Now it
Wainwright.
is.
Now it's a pitcher's game.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud.
You know what's crazy? Ibanez now started off an Angel, now has a Royals uniform.
Does he ever flip? I was at
love
that
Raul
game.
Ibanez. No.
Me, John, Matt, and Marco at the game. We got the Cracker Jacks. Pitch hit for A-Rod. Here one again. Let's go, Raul.
Bro,
go.
he had the best
Stud.
line with the whole steroid thing. He goes, you could take all the samples off my toilet seat if you want. Because they were saying how old he was and how many home runs he was hitting. He goes,
Wow.
take my toilet bowl out of my house. I go, that's great. And Bynes is a great player. It was
would
good to
tell
see him
someone-
on the side for Casey
I
yesterday.
would tell someone to take my toilet bowl, but there's a lot of damage I've done in that thing.
A lot of prayers there.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of prayer service that goes on in that bathroom.
Yeah.
So you know what? I think we have to head into football. I think we pretty much touched up on everything with baseball that we want to. Dugan, you have anything?
For baseball,
Any wild predictions? Because you didn't give a wild prediction.
I don't really have anything.
You gotta get a little wild and crazy
Dugan,
sometimes.
you gave enough
I have
wild
no
predictions.
exactly. Orioles.
Dugan's wildest prediction, most boring World Series ever.
Do you know?
We're gonna watch Casey Baltimore.
MLB also
Yes.
right now are flinching at Dugan's predictions. They're like, oh, please don't do this. We have low ratings as it is.
We have a camera on Buck Shaw all day. Right? Smile.
Right, let me ask you, you don't think it's a story, Donnie Baseball, if he got to the World Series and
Oh,
never
my
won one as a
God.
player, to win one as a manager?
Yeah, sure, just not this year. I think Trout taking the reins from Jeter is a bigger storyline than. In
I
fact,
can't.
taking it from
I
Don
can't.
Mattingly would be pretty funny. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Just- you know, Pujols. You know, he's one with the Cardinals. There's a lot of
Yeah.
experience on the
We'll
Angels.
see.
Agree.
And you know why I know the Angels are going to win?
David
'Cause-
Freese, the free.
Yeah, Nell and I made fun of
okay.
Mike Scioscia at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
He should have got fired last year. He didn't. They kept him.
No.
Longest tenured manager in the league, in front of Ron Gardenhire,
Who
who's
just
gone.
recently got
God rest
fired.
his soul. Hey, Rowan Gardner. The big doggy. Anyways, Mike Scioscia did a great job with this team. And
Yeah.
the
98
fact
wins.
is, they talk about a team with no pitching. We talk about the Orioles no pitching. They have no pitching, but they have
30
pitching.
games over 500.
Yeah, when you score 18 runs a game, you're gonna win the game.
Yep.
You know, Schumacher, you have 16 wins. You have no right having 16.
No
wins.
right.
No right.
You have it though.
You know who dodged the bullet yesterday? The Kansas City Royals manager. Because, boy, with
Yes,
the whole
he did by taking James Shields out.
Shields out, the
Fifth
hit
My
and run.
father
that went
told me
wrong.
that. He was like, what was he doing, man?
That could have been the best thing for him because he got away with, basically murder.
Murder. Yeah.
And maybe he learns his lesson and does a little smarter managing against the Angels. 'Cause
Well,
he's gonna
now
need
what?
it.
I
I'm
couldn't
excited
believe
for this game tonight, man.
Yeah.
Lopez bump
You know what I
runners.
couldn't believe the Royals manager did?
What?
He stole third base in the 9th inning.
Yeah.
Are you
You know what,
crazy?
though?
It
You
wound up
have to
tying the game.
applaud him.
Yeah.
You have to applaud him. It's a playoff.
I applaud him.
You can't
I
sit
applaud
there
him.
and play conservative. He played such great small ball
Do or die.
Yeah.
he did play
yesterday.
small.
It was amazing.
He got a man,
Smart.
He got the leadoff man on 3 consecutive innings. He
Bunt him over.
Smart.
Why not?
Even when it was a 2-1 game. Smart, man up first, bunt over, go to second, make a tie, run again, play even kill.
He
It
played
was.
Willie ball, a
It
little
was-
Willie ball.
I mean, dude, when you see first and third, and it's early in the game, and you have the slowest man in the league go to second base, there's no excuse for that. There's no play for that. Maybe in the 9th inning, if you're down 4 and they give you the base, like this guy should have got ripped. KC Royals manager Billy Butler should have got sat. They're lucky they won that game. Billy Butler, what all he meant for the Royals, still almost blew that. He really did.
He's doing better than Billy Bean right now.
Yeah.
This guy Billy Bean.
All right, it's going to be a good baseball.
So
Baseball-
that's our
baseball
baseball
playoffs.
talk.
Be good.
All right.
Dukes.
Good.
Well, that's our baseball segment brought to you by Unique Affairs. Unique Affair Catering and Events. Our location or yours. We turn your home, office, or any location of your choice into the perfect venue. Creative presentation, exquisite cuisine, and impeccable service are all hallmarks of a unique affair. Make your life a little easier and tastier with just one call. Our unique to-go menu provides the perfect solution, offering party platters, signature dishes, and much more. For more information, call 914-769-5010 or visit uniqueaffaircatering.com for details. Why settle for the ordinary when you can have a truly unique affair?
Thank you guys, and we'll see you after the
Alright.
We'll
break.
see who can get the correct picks for baseball. I hope it's me.
You know who the bracket
It's
man
you.
is, guys.
Bud Selig doesn't hope
I
it's you.
took the
dude.
World Cup down.
For his sake.
Baseball fans
gonna go
around
from
the
there.
world don't want my predictions.
So that's all that's gonna happen. I won the World Cup, and I'm gonna take baseball now. That's all it is. Fill in my brackets. The bracket man. You're gonna stay with me.
This is not a good day for me.
I don't know. But
They were once knighted by the creator of Ustream.tv.
3 nights of Ustream.
In being the 3 knights of Ustream, their mission is to help turn up the volume on the last source of freedom of speech there is, the internet. So join the flagship show of the Zanalza Entertainment Network, Zanalza, New York, every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live from ZenLive.tv. They'll show you just how it's done in the World Wild West. ZenLive.tv! Independent music, alternative news, the underground and the underrated. Are you a smoker and you need to quit, but you're discouraged cause it's harder than some like doing me? Baby, white plains vapor. Baby, white plains vapor. Are you a non-smoker but you like to do the tricks? Well, these are non-toxic clouds that exit your lips. Oh yeah. Yeah. White Plains Vapors, located at 210 Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, New York. Visit our location and choose from a wide selection of exotic flavors.
We're gonna get you to laugh. We're gonna get you to cry. We might get you to jerk off. We're not really sure.
Chicks with strap-ons, and you're engaging in sexual congress with a transsexual.
I had no idea. Tell me more.
Ah!
Not a world where Broken Filter Live could thrive.
Giddy up!
Hey, this is Vinny Pastore. You can call me Big Pussy, and you're watching ZenLive.tv.
You're watching the Zadalza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv.
All right, welcome back. As we last left off, you guys heard some pretty crazy baseball predictions. But now it's time for a little NFL talk. Probably my favorite talk. fantasy. We got a lot of things to touch on today in football.
Hey, it's kind of juicy now, you know.
Real juicy, real sickening too.
It's I gotta say, no like really clear-cut team this year. It's kind of
Wide open.
balanced out. This week, I think balanced the NFL out big time. Who you thought was superhuman Eagles with a bad loss to Giants. We're yelling at McAdoo and stuff like that. And now they look like one of the top teams in the NFC, riding high. Defense is playing good. Offense look great 2 weeks in a row. Jet fans, I don't know what you're feeling. Vic, Gino, Steve, I know our guest here tonight, Jet fan. Steve, what's going on with your team? Let's start out with a little Jet talk.
It's not Rex Ryan's fault.
Mm-hmm.
I 100% believe that he's a good coach.
Yeah.
But I do think he should go.
Really?
Yes.
Like Rex has to leave?
I think the problem was they brought Idzik in and they said you can do anything you want with the team. Don't fire Rex.
Yeah.
That's why I think he's not spending money. He wants to spend money for his coach, and that's not his coach.
Steven, I saw that. They're $20 million underneath the cap. You're not in Tampa Bay. You're in New York.
Why can't you?
I'm a
sign
Bucks
Asante
fan. We're
Samuel?
$40 million under the cap.
Why can't you sign Asante Samuel?
Yeah, it's
Matt
true.
Bailey. Darren Walls is our starting cornerback.
Yeah, it's bad.
How much are they going to cost?
I know. You
Maybe
don't have the
$3 million.
talent.
It's not there. Even D. Miller's not playing, but if he was, it wouldn't make that much of a difference.
But that's your one corner.
Would not
a
make.
first-round draft pick.
Yeah, but are Jet fans really concerned about the defensive side of the ball? Because no matter what your defense does, you have the most a dreadful offense I've ever seen run.
Marty Morningweg needs to go.
No, it's
needs to be
bad.
fired yesterday. Marty Morningweg is the worst offensive
No, it's
coordinator.
bad.
Behind, I think Miami's. He's one of the worst offensive coordinators in the
He's
NFL.
bad, and even in the sense that, like, even when he's good and his offense is working, he needs a quarterback to air the ball out.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that, but he's being ignorant about it.
Yeah.
He knows he doesn't have it, and he's still calling these plays.
Vic could do it. I'm telling you, Vic
Listen,
could do
guys,
it.
There are reports saying Vic looks horrible, but who cares? It's Vic.
No,
Horrible,
better
but
than
Nelly,
Gino.
listen,
I know.
bro. Nelly, you're a nice kid, all right? And I know you love
Thank
Michael
you.
Vick. I know you guys think he's a great athlete.
He's a great athlete.
He's a great athlete. Listen, he's not good anymore.
That's
don't
what I
know how-
said. They say it looks terrible.
He's not good anymore. And I don't know how many times I have to say it.
So he's not better than Gino.
Like, we're going to say we're going to talk about Tom Brady declining. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are going to bring up Michael Vick moving into a starting job.
Is he better than
It's-
Gino?
Is he better than Gino? Yeah, he's better than
So
Gino.
now why not
Is
finish
he
the
much
year with
better than
Vic?
Gino? Does he have more upside than Gino?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
who
you
puts you in a better
he's not
position?
you
good.
bringing in
None of
Mike
them are
Vick
good.
might
I'm-
spark your
I'm
team.
about to sign up to play quarterback for the Jets.
But
I've had enough
Dugan-
of you guys talking about Vic. I've had enough.
You bringing Mike Vick in may spark your team.
Dugan,
It may
my
spark the
question is-
offense.
For what?
Dugan
One
and
win?
Steven.
No, for the season.
Red zone.
Wins?
Jets.
If you, for
You want
instance,
Gino or Vic
All
right now?
3 wins, dude.
You want Vic in the red zone or Gino with your team right now?
Well, Vic's a
Who
disaster
run the
guy,
red
too.
zone?
They're both
Yeah.
really bad. I don't know why. Like,
Vic's
you're
not a-
not- I don't know why I'm told. You're a Jet fan. Can you tell him how bad Michael Vick is?
They're bad.
Thank
It's
you.
bad. It's
Thank
not-
you.
not
I
bad.
think
From the horse's
not
mouth,
bad.
guys. All right? I saw your face,
I'm
Nelly. I
both-
saw your face, friend.
you dare.
And they were two
That is my
disappointed
son.
faces. They didn't expect it.
Bo-
They defend him. They defend the dog killer, and I had enough.
We will
It's
defend
not
the
good.
dog killer.
This
Okay?
Sunday, I think if the Jets lose this game, the season's over.
Season's already
Yeah,
over.
full
Well,
of
season's
1-4.
okay.
Season's already
No,
over.
1-4.
Season's
The
over.
AFC East.
You know you have Denver coming.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah,
Patriots
that's-
coming. But your division stinks.
but hey, Nelly, that's like a
Miami
little-
stinks, Buffalo stinks, and New England.
Right.
I'm sorry, Miami, Buffalo, New England.
Right.
All of them stink.
Buffalo's.
You're not
my
out.
God.
7-9 could do this.
You know where the I saw this today.
7-9 could do
I
this.
almost
That's
lost
sad,
it.
No, I don't.
Jets
I
are
think
ranked
that,
on the power rankings,
Where?
just ahead of the Oakland Raiders. Go
Yeah.
on.
I think that. I think that right now the Patriots are having a problem, but they're going to get it. I don't think
We-
anyone has a doubt they're going to get it
I don't
together.
know.
I think they end 11-5, maybe 10-6. That's still enough.
Who's this?
By,
Well,
So, I think that's still
that's
enough.
like along the lines of what you were saying about how this week knocked us back down to, as
Yeah.
far as
Not
realizing
this
the
reality.
parity in the NFL. I have to be honest with you. I wasn't too high on the Eagles from the beginning. I wasn't too high on the Giants. I wasn't too high on the Bears. I wasn't too high on the Packers. I had one team in my eyes, and they're glistening in my eyes.
Colts?
And they're by far no.
Oh.
It's the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna guys. They're still the most
I agree.
complete team in the
I agree.
NFL. Period.
I
They
agree.
have the quarterback. They have the running back. They have the wides. They have the D. They have the coach.
It's true.
I agree
That's
with
it.
you.
Sure.
I
So
never disagree.
I still see
It's-
parity, but I think they're that notch above.
It's Seattle and everybody else.
Pulling away from San Fran, by the way.
Yeah.
Pulling away.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
San Fran's
Fran
going in the wrong
looks
direction.
pulling apart,
yeah.
like just
Yeah.
Seahawks going in the right direction. San Fran going the complete opposite.
You know what the San Fran Eagle game showed me? How much of, like, a backyard quarterback Colin Kaepernick is.
Yeah.
It's all skill. It's 90%, 95% skill, and that's it. It's like run around, improv. That's all it is. Whatever happened to the option with him
Can I
2
tell
years
you?
ago in the playoffs against Green Bay? They don't do that anymore.
Crucified for always thinking about the run. Colin Kaepernick only thinks about the run. As soon as he sets that ball back, he's already thinking,
That's
"Oh,
why
I might have to run."
Wilson's better,
Yeah.
man. So I think Wilson's
Russell Wilson
better.
is
And they're
better.
trying to trying to praise Kaepernick for that crossbody pass to Frank Gore. Are you kidding me?
should've
No
given
one
me
should
that
do that.
throw.
If I was a San Francisco Giant fan, I'd be like this. No, no, you don't do that. I don't care how open you are.
You shouldn't do that.
Like-
I thought I really believed that we were going to get to a pick.
It
I
was
thought
a
we were
fixed
gonna pick.
game, man. I mean, what else could you say?
I could tell you.
You got the best running back in the league on the 2-yard line. You don't run.
You
Don't run.
You run a bootleg.
Chip.
That's what you run.
What? That wasn't even my biggest
disgusting.
problem. Third down, we forced a fourth down. They had to kick a field goal. There's 8 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. We had all 3 timeouts. Why are you accepting the
Yeah.
penalty, allowing them an opportunity
Yeah.
to repeat the down?
Yeah.
What is your intention? To get the ball back? They're going to kick a field
Real
goal
bad
anyway.
coaching by Chip Kelly.
Really bad
Yeah.
job
Really
that
bad.
game by Chip.
Yeah.
That was where my problem was. Not Nick Foles, because he's dealing with one offensive lineman. That's all he has is Jason Peters. You know?
Yep.
What are you going to do?
You all right?
It was a bad coaching game.
Dukes, what do you take out of after this week? In
I
full
mean,
general.
For you,
full
for
general.
Eagle
For
fans,
thank you.
I didn't. Foles looked terrible.
Yeah.
McCoy does not look good.
No
The
line.
offense couldn't move.
They have no O-line.
It was
Yeah.
bad. It really was. And
Yeah,
I'm not saying that the
funny how-
Niners aren't even like a great team.
Dude, it's funny what a week
Yeah.
could do, right? One
Fly,
game,
Eagles fly. Listen, it's a West Coast trip to 3-0.
Eagles die.
Relax. They
You
did a lot of
honestly
good
would
things.
not be in
Special
St.
teams,
Louis.
defense. To do that, it's impressive.
Fran,
But
you want
Fran-
to show you how much I
Fran, we had the music. What else happened? Did you lose a bet this week?
You did.
What
did.
happened?
Jay Cutler.
What happened to Jay? What happened? Packers Bears. You want to? I gotta do a 10-second freestyle. Spray paint my face as a devil, and finally you lost, Fran.
They beat them by more points than the Bears even had.
Fran-
okay? It was no contest.
I didn't
All the
sleep that
way.
night.
Fran, pass the Boccaccini around. Boccaccini Wenzos. Boccaccini
Ladies and
Wednesdays.
gentlemen, I really can't get this on camera too well.
Boccaccini Wednesdays.
Boccaccini Wednesdays.
I had to buy everybody
Give me one of those
the finest boccaccini in all of New York City on my way home
Pass
from
that
work today.
boccaccini
Mug, go get it, Mug. Go
Can I
get
have
it,
a
Mug.
boccaccini, please?
How does it taste of victory? It tastes of victory, right?
I know.
So, Jay Cutler, your
Victory.
abysmal performance. He wants another one.
Mug, make sure we all got one. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Look at this. Look at this. Fran.
Thank you, Aaron.
That's what I'm talking
Thank
about.
you, Aaron.
Thanks,
I was
Aaron.
very confident.
The best. Let's get Steven involved here.
Listen, here's the problem with Jay.
That's amazing. Nice. Nice and salty, good flavor.
Let me tell you guys something about Jay.
Casa de Mozzarella.
Yes, of course.
Good
Hey,
stuff.
off it.
Man, you're a stallion.
Good family friend, big Juventus fan, but we'll get into that later.
All right. It was a rough week, Fran. You lost the bet in the
I had a
Eagles.
really bad
Rough
week in sports, guys. If you
All
can't
right.
tell, I'm stressed. Watch you guys how my fantasy football team did. We'll get into that, too.
Oh, Lord.
I've been doing fantasy football for 14 years. I've never been more embarrassed.
I can't.
But Jay Cutler, if you're ever going to make me put my foot in my mouth like that again, we're going to have a large, significant situation the rest of this season. So, Green Bay completely outplayed the Chicago Bears from start to finish.
That's the only game. I don't think there was a punt in that game.
Nope.
There was not a punt in that game. That's a crazy stat with turnovers. But
You know what the problem with Jay is? He's starting to show Jay colors.
Yeah.
He threw a couple stupid picks that I thought by now he'd be. Do you
No.
have any? I'm good. Any? You sure? Making a mistake.
yeah, Casa
He
de
made-
Mozzarella,
good.
Boccaccini, Steven.
Like, it's
It's
just
okay,
you know,
Steve. We still
I
love you.
expected more.
All right.
Yeah. You made it.
I expected more from you, Jay, but I am glad that we got these in studio right
All
now.
right.
Thanks, Jay.
So let's go with our picks. Last week, Dugan 4-0, right?
4-0. Had
3-1.
a very good week.
3-1, 3-2 here because I did pick the Bucks on the show to beat the Steelers. Fran, a little in the middle. I think you went 2-2 as well.
2-2.
Steven,
Okay.
welcome to the panel. Try to take us down. You know, we got our first game now. Vikings Packers. Vikings coming off a nice win at home against the Falcons. Bridgewater first start. Green Bay, what they did against Chicago, what we know. Boccaccini, thank you guys. Cheeseheads. I'll start it up. I'll do the Thursday game. -9. Guys, I'm going to be very honest with you. Minnesota Vikings are in serious trouble this game. Primetime game. Yeah, hear that sound. Primetime game. Teddy's banged up. Clay Matthews, Julius Peppers, they're going to go hunting on Teddy. I see a forced fumble by Clay Matthews. I'll be disappointed if he doesn't get it. Green Bay, 27, 30 points. 27 to 35 points easy. I'll give Teddy 13. I'm going 27-13, cover Green Bay all the way.
I'm with you, Nelly.
Yep.
I like Green Bay big.
You know, there's some matchups where you just look at them and you say, do I really even want to take the time to use my voice?
Yeah. Months? Steven?
Minnesota.
You know what it is? Teddy.
Minnesota. Hold on. Timeout. What was
The
that?
whole room just looked this way.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay. All right. Let me just.
Why?
I want to know why. Yeah.
170 yards for Matt Asiata.
What does that mean?
Okay. Stay on that point. I was going to say, Nelly, that I think the way they neutralize this game is Matt Asiata is a good NFL running back.
He's very good.
Proven that. Green Bay, you can run on them. In saying that, I think Minnesota scores points. I think Green Bay scores more points. I think they cover 9. I think they win by about 13. Nothing crazy, but I can see it being a close game for most of the game.
Yeah, I think the key to
fourth quarter,
the key to this, you have to get the ball to Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
You get it to him 5 times, he's going to make plays.
Yeah. Because there's nothing there's nothing crazy about Green Bay defense. I'm with you.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
just think Bridgewater's in trouble on a road game on prime time.
Yeah,
and he's hurt. He's still questionable.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if Christian Ponder starts.
That's the only reason.
And his backup is always questionable.
Yeah, Dukes.
Right.
Yeah.
Always.
It's questionable. It's questionable. Fran? No words here?
We all like the back.
I'm having
all
another piece of cheese.
We got,
got
this is good. We got
one Viking over there.
We got him going against the panel.
Steven.
The experts. The quote-unquote experts.
The pipe bomb, guardians, as I call it.
Yeah.
No experts.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I just think Aaron, Jordy Nelson, and Randall Cobb go nuts.
Steven, since you went against us, and you are the rebel right now, I'm going to let you start off the Sunday night game. Bengals versus Patriots in New England, in Foxborough. Bengals are -1.5 for this game. Who you got and why? What a game. Bengals off a bye, 3-0. New England, they got massacred last week, and now they have a Sunday night game.
I think I said that the Patriots are going to get it together.
Yeah.
Like, this is not going to be the week they do it.
Wow.
I think it's going to be Cincinnati in a rout, in which I think arguably the most balanced team in the NFL right now is the Bengals.
Yeah.
That might be Super Bowl. Seahawks,
Yeah.
Bengals. I can see that.
Let's
The
do
Bengals have to win a
rotisserie.
playoff game
Yeah.
to do that.
Let's rotisserie
love
this as a
Dolphins.
chicken. Monk, who you got?
This is an intriguing game.
Yeah.
Belichick off an embarrassment. Brady off an embarrassment. Coming home. The Bengals, that extra bye week is what gets them. They're healthy. They are, like you said, they're the most balanced team. Them and the Seahawks. In the AFC, they're the most balanced team. Andy Dalton, manage the ball. Don't
I love
make
Andy.
mistakes. Don't take AJ Green.
Hand it off.
You should be fine.
Do what you got to do.
Off the line.
You're good.
I like the Bengals.
I hear
It's
ya.
1.5, man.
Tough game.
I think it's a close game. Though.
It's the right
I don't
spread
see
for
a
this
rout.
game. I think
Yeah,
Vegas got it right.
definitely.
I like the
Right
Bengals
spread.
too. I think a 4-point win for the Bengals is
Yeah, I can
realistic.
see that.
I think a
No,
Fran, who
4-point
you
win.
like?
I see
Cincinnati?
27,
I like
24,
Cincy by
28,
4.
24.
Nothing-
Yeah.
They're both going to. Tom Brady's not having another bad week,
That's
but
Yeah.
Cincinnati's going to have just
They
a
have
bit
just
better.
a good enough defense, I feel.
Yeah, to
Okay, so
sustain
you
it.
have Bengals?
Cincy by 4.
Bengals.
No. Dukes?
Bengals.
For me, in this situation, I usually like to take the home dogs. I do, but not this game. I like the Bengals
how I
here.
feel, dude.
I don't like Tom Brady. That offense is stagnant. It looks terrible. I think it's because Gronk is really not healthy and it's really hurting them. And I think Tom Brady might get pulled again in this game.
Yeah.
I really do.
Jeez.
I can't. I see New England. I see Foxborough primetime. I know what the stadium does. They beat the Broncos on primetime last year with the elite Broncos.
Yeah, but they're
I
a
love
different
Tom
team.
Brady. This is a hard pick, and I'm picking the Patriots.
No.
Revis on A.J. Green.
Who has been doing
Oh, wow.
nothing.
You know,
Been doing nothing.
yeah, I know, but he's going to show up. He has to do something. He got
Dwayne
Bo
Bowe
roped him.
Dwayne
I know he
Bowe.
did.
8 catches.
I know he did.
Wrecked.
No, 5 catches, 85
On
yards.
slants.
Bad.
On slants. On slants.
Cincinnati will always be Cincinnati in my
Cincinnati
eyes. You
will
got to
be
prove me wrong. And I just can't trust them. I've been against Cincinnati every week this season. They're 3-0. So I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I'm going with New England. I'm staying with New England. I'm going Patriots. Yeah, I'm just going New England. I think it's going to go their way. A couple bounces their way. So we got everybody on Cincinnati, and I'm on New England. So I'm by myself.
Okay, I gotta ask. Let's just look at the Monday Night Football game.
Yeah. Guys,
Is it
Monday night.
really? Are
If
we
the
Seriously.
Seahawks don't cover
Guys.
this game, the game is fixed. I'm
Guys.
sorry. It's
Guys.
plain and simple.
No.
Guys, go to TD Bank. Go to Chase. Find some friends. You know, kids listen.
Investors even.
Yeah.
Oh, your broker.
No, seriously.
Loan sharks in the basement.
Get the partner next to you in line saying, you want the Redskins 7.5, plus 7.5. I'll give Washington plus 10 in this game.
You want to pay for your kids'
Rob a
college
hot
tuition?
dog vendor.
You bet that college tuition.
Give that money to the bookie.
I don't
Get it
know
back.
if they're going to score, Washington.
They might not.
They're not going to score. I'm going to go and say they're not
They
going to
might
score a
not.
touchdown in this game.
Are you ready?
Seattle
I'm ready.
off a bye.
All
This
right.
is going to be bad.
What's your prediction? Go ahead.
The score?
I'll wait till like I
Seattle.
Okay.
I'll give them
Covering 7.5.
covering 7.5.
Which is absurd.
Drop it 42 on them.
Okay.
42-14. They're going to get a garbage
Right.
touchdown. and a special
38-13.
teams.
Good pick. No, I got
I'm going.
38-13.
I'm going 38-10. I think they crush them. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think by the third quarter, it's not a game.
It's going to be bad.
I don't even. There's no game plan or scheme is going to be able. No way.
It's bad.
They're going to score. I think Seattle's offense is going to score. Even if the Redskins have a good first drive,
Yeah.
they're going to fizzle out.
Steve, what do you feel? Yeah,
I
Steve.
want to equate this to the Falcons and Buccaneers a few weeks ago.
Okay.
That's exactly how I feel about this.
Well, like,
Falcons were at home. Though.
Might be a little worse.
Wow.
It might be a little worse.
But see, that's the scary thing,
It's
though.
gonna be. Yeah,
Because
I know.
because
Everybody
Washington
thinks they're
played
gonna yeah.
on Thursday like the Bucks did.
Yeah.
We came back and won. Seattle, their last game, they beat the Broncos. Great overtime win. They could have been partying, these 2 weeks. That's the only scary thing. Like if they're not focused, a little holding penalties screw them up. You know how it goes. I know.
Focus with Pete
That's the
Carroll.
only way
Especially
Seattle
on a
doesn't.
bye week.
It's the only way Seattle doesn't bury this team. It's the only way.
it's 42.
Nelly, are they
It can't-
focused?
it can't
Nelly, are they
happen.
focused?
They should be focused. They should be focused.
They are
They should be focused, Monk.
It's not a
They're
game.
focused.
It's not going to be a game. It's 42-9 Seattle. Like it's
Guys.
3 field goals, 2 in the first half, 1 in the second. The game's over.
Guys.
Unanimous.
Guys.
Guys,
Seattle.
make money.
Seattle,
Make money
guys.
on Monday, guys.
Take Seattle.
Make money.
Guys, start your Monday right.
In fact, if you had to even
Mondays
think
don't
about
suck,
this, you shouldn't
all
be
right?
gambling.
Your
Monday,
life does.
Monday right football. Like I will have no words if they don't cover. No words. Absolutely none.
I think Seattle's going to win, but part of me doesn't want them to. Only because I'm tired of non-competitive primetime games. They're
true.
not fun to watch anymore.
Pretty bad.
After the second quarter, they're unwatchable.
Tampa, Atlanta, last night, Patriots, KC was
Every
bad.
Thursday night game so far has been a blowout.
Giants, Washington, bad. Bad games. I don't think we're gonna get one on Thursday or Monday either. I really don't. The Steelers Carolina game was good a couple weeks back. Bengals, Patriots, that could be around too. For people who love the Bengals, they could easily destroy New England. But all right, let's go to our personal picks of the week. And Narf or Dugan, whoever wants to choose, you start it up. And
I'll step up.
Well, all right,
That's
Duke, step
suicide,
to the
right?
champ.
Personal-
Not suicide. This is just the game that I
Our
like.
personal pick, and then we'll go to suicide.
Well, Dugan, we have the same game, I think.
I think from last week, the Bucks beating the Steelers was an
My
absolute
Bucks.
shock.
Thank you, guys.
Nelly, you called it.
Yep.
That was heartbreaking, but I think coming off that loss,
Yep.
Steelers playing the Jaguars,
Yep.
the Steelers are going to romp,
Yep.
and they're only
Romp.
minus 6.5.
That was my pick too.
I really like the Steelers in this. I like Big Ben. I love Le'Veon Bell. I like Antonio Brown. They're
Yeah.
gonna
Pittsburgh looks
romp.
like
Dugan S.
look like a good play this week.
That was my pick as well.
They're gonna
I
romp.
took
I'm
the
sorry.
Steelers.
The Steelers, Todd McKinley, they score.
I hope I do.
And Jacksonville has no defense.
No defense.
They can't lay another egg, the Steelers.
There's no way
they
the
laid their
Steelers-
egg.
they're not
They're not
coming
going to lay
into
two
the game.
eggs.
After that loss to the Bucks
exactly.
and
It's that
losing
simple.
to the Jaguars,
Yeah,
they're not losing.
I'm with it. Monk and Steven.
Uh,
We're Steel Curtain. Here we go. Black and yellow.
Here we go.
For me, it's a no-brainer. What intrigues me the most personally, New York Giants, Eli feeling the flow. He's got his mojo running, and you know what? I'm not impressed with Atlanta. I haven't
No.
been impressed with Atlanta. Giants minus the 4. I think they cover. The Giants win by 2 touchdowns.
Two offensive linemen for the Falcons are out.
So they're legit. The Giants.
I
I
hope
think they
so.
show the NFL. Hey, we're not the team from last
Yeah.
year.
I hope
We're a much
so.
better team, and we're gonna compete this
There
year.
you go.
3-2 before heading to Philly.
There you go.
Right. And we're gonna go to that. The panel's gonna go to
The
that.
panel will be in Philly.
Yeah. We will get
Panel
to that
leader.
next week. Steven,
I'm gonna
your
pick-
personal game.
Me and Monk may not be at that
Texans,
Wednesday
Cowboys. I'm going to pick
broadcast.
the Texans. Arian Foster's going to run all over.
Nice. You're going Houston Dog plus
I like
6.
this.
Arian all over.
Let's tell
all
the
over
fans
Cowboys.
buy that to
Run.
7.5.
Hold on, over
Let's be
Dallas?
smart.
I
Let's
love
spend
that.
a little $30 there.
I love it. I love it.
Houston, I could see it.
I think
Absolutely.
DeAndre Hopkins is going to
Love
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Big game.
Yeah, listen, Monty Kiffin
me
is
and
the
you want that to
master
happen.
of Drew Brees. Seen Drew Brees. Like, come on. That's why I do like the Saints this week, because you can't give the same defense to Drew Brees 2 weeks in a row. You have Monty in Dallas, and now you're going to do cover 2 with Lovie Smith. Drew Brees is going to mark you. That's why that line's so high at 10. Absolutely should be there. So I'm going to go with my buck pick Saints as well. But suicides, you know what, guys? Let's just go Seattle. I'm picking Seattle. I'm picking Seattle. You know what? If I lose, because Seattle lost to the Washington Redskins, you have my money, guys.
Nelly, you know why?
what?
The only reason I'm not picking Seattle?
You
I'll
won
tell you
this.
the only reason I'm not picking them.
What?
Because I want to save them. That's the only reason.
He's right.
Otherwise, I'm all on Seattle with you. I have to go a team that I'm not too impressed with in the NFC. That's a good team. The Eagles. Rams, Eagles. The Rams. Listen, guys, I have a rule. Okay? I have a rule this year. The Rams.
Jaguars.
The Raiders.
The Jaguars.
You will be bet against all year. And if you get me 1 week, I'm going to get you the next week. All right?
Guys, fans,
It's the Eagles.
fans listening, take this advice.
It's the
Go
Eagles,
against
guys. Really, this panel's pretty good. Panel's pretty good. I have
them.
to be
We're
honest.
still alive.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people are. We're still
Me?
alive.
So Eagles, Seahawks.
I wanted to go Seahawks for Nelly. I did, but I want to save them. Like you said, for a later date, I want to save them when they're home.
They're a complete team.
So, but if you go back a couple weeks, I said I wanted to save the Saints for one game, and the reason why I saved it was for this game against the Bucks. So, at home, they need to win this game. So,
Yeah, I'm
taking
taking
the Saints.
Steelers. I just want to keep. I didn't
Steelers
take
are
them
good.
yet. I'm taking
I think
Steelers
the
on the
Steelers are a good
Jaguars.
pick. I think Steelers win the Super
And I want to
Bowl
get them.
without a doubt.
And I want to get them out of the way.
Without it, I agree.
Get them out now.
Yep.
But it's gonna get a lot worse.
I got
in
real
Pittsburgh.
lucky week 1 with them.
Yep.
Time
I
to
took
go.
them already. I can't take
All
them.
winners. I haven't
Can't
heard a
take
bad one
'em.
yet.
Steve, who you got? Suicide.
Texans.
Come on, you see him now.
Let's go.
Underdog.
Dallas just won 3 in a row.
Houston.
We'll see.
In
next week.
Dallas.
We'll see. next
Like
week.
this.
Holy.
Houston.
You were in a future, but now you're just getting. Now you just.
Steven,
You just
the
sound
line
mental
went
now.
to 5, Steven.
You just sound mental. All right.
Dallas open at -6. Steven just made it -5. Simple as that. With that comment,
Not changing it.
It's
I'm
down
not
to
changing
5.
it. I'm not changing
Steven,
it. I'm not changing it.
what's the money line?
Not.
All right, those are suicide
That's our
picks,
Suicides
right?
brought to you by B&A Deli. B&A Deli servicing Iona beer and sandwiches every night till 11 p.m. Located at 766 North Avenue, New Rochelle, New York, 10801. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Hopefully we can get through
Suicide
week
is
5.
right.
Suicide, Ron?
We're
on
going
fire.
with-
Steven, you're going to be
wow.
anointed
We
a
are on
saint
fire.
on the show.
This is a make or break week.
Whoa.
This is a make or break week.
I'm about to go find a bookie and take a money line after this.
Steven,
Well, all right, let's go to
you keeping that on the record?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
That's on the record.
Right to the camera.
Houston.
Wow.
Houston over Cowboys.
How? Okay.
Gypsy, I think we got a little
entitled.
cowboy song there. A little Kid Rock as well. If you want to play a little cowboy jam, get
it's-
Houston a little jacked up.
Is it weird? I know you guys will agree with me.
Yeah.
I hope they do win, the Texans, and I hope they win bad. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Cowboys look good right now.
Will happen.
Because we're going to talk about that before we move on
hope
from
you're right.
football, but there's certain somebody on that team who I think has been the best player in football
Yeah.
the entire NFL season so far. And
Marco.
that's DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, Franny.
So-
MVP.
MVP.
Definitely
MVP. Guys,
Right now.
MVP, DeMarco Murray, consensus, or any other one?
Senses. Oh,
Yeah.
man, I'm a
Steve?
I locked Adrian Peterson over DeMarco Murray.
It's okay. Yeah, but you can't beat yourself up for that.
I agree. That's,
No pun intended. You can't beat yourself up. I just realized what I said.
I was on it.
usually I go there.
No, I didn't mean to do it.
He goes, don't beat yourself up about it.
I have him too. I'm not beating myself up about that.
Oh, beautiful.
I didn't mean to do it. Once I said it, I was like, oh, no. It's okay.
So we got a little.
Don't be fired.
Bad fantasy choices.
Okay.
Be all right.
So we
we
have
go-
our
it's not
our,
that bad.
our routine sit start every week. We like to do our sit and start in fantasy. I'll take the lead here, if that's okay with the team.
Go ahead.
That's fine.
I want to sit Jamal Charles against San Francisco.
Yeah.
This is a good
Good pick, Franny.
I really, really do.
Why don't you like him? What's
You know what? I just went up against San Francisco,
Yeah.
and that front line looked amazing. I don't know if it's because my front line, my O-line was that bad, but they were just in sync for
Yeah.
the first time, I think, this season, the Niners. And if you can stop someone with a clicking offense the past 3 weeks going into that game, you're going to stop an Alex Smith, Jamal Charles, Dwayne Bowe offense.
Yep.
So I'm sitting Jamal Charles
That is
Good
some
pick.
pick.
in San Fran.
I'm with you. My sit of the week, honestly, guys, if I like the Patriots over Cincinnati, I gotta sit Andy Dalton. If I'm a quarterback guy,
the gingerbread.
I really do. Like, lit him up, this and that, but I think he's just gonna have a bad game. I think they're gonna run the ball. I think it's gonna be a boring game to watch. Revis
really
on
might
green.
be.
No, Nelly.
Sid Dalton.
That's funny you said that because I got a start here. It says the cinnamon slinger, the ginger. Start Andy Dalton this week. He has a big week. He has 3 touchdowns, 1 to the tight end, 1 to AJ Green, 1 to Mohamed Sanu. Let's go.
Okay.
Big route.
I like New England.
Big
I think they
points this
control the clock here.
Big
I think
points
it's
from a bad
boring
QB.
game. Over's 46. That's not telling me a lot. It's telling me 3 touchdowns aside and a field goal. I'm sitting Dalton. Dukes.
I can see that. I got 2 this week. Obviously,
Why do you always have 2?
one is I always have 2 because I always have to take one position in each.
Yeah.
So I like doing that.
That's fair.
So one of my wide receivers, Pierre Garçon, I'm sitting him against Seattle. That's a given.
Sit up. Come on.
Yeah, don't start him. Everyone, he's like a top 10 wide.
Yeah.
Don't start him. And I'm sitting Matt Forte for the
Good
Bears.
choice. Why?
Matt Forte has not
Carolina.
been playing well. That line is bad.
Good
3 out of the 4 games.
I have sitting Jay Cutler.
3 out of the 4 games this
Whoa,
year,
whoa,
he has
whoa.
been under 80 yards. That's
Wow.
not
Unless you want
good.
some Boccacinis.
That's
Sit
crazy,
Jay Cutler.
Dukes.
Jay
So
Cutler's putting up 50
That's
fantasy
a sit?
points this week.
that's my sit. Is Matt Forte. That's
Monk?
my big sit.
I'm sitting Cutler. I'm sitting Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
That's it. Starting Dalton.
Okay. Steve?
I had Kirk, but that seemed pretty obvious. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say both New England running backs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's inconsistent. Belichick,
It is.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Belichick flips a coin before each game, see who's going to get majority of the carries.
Steve-
Ridley gets 25 attempts, then he gets 6.
You're right.
And it's not for any reason at all.
Yeah.
So unless you're in a PPR, I'd say hang on to Vereen if you're in a PPR. Other than that, just drop both of them.
It's just a headache fantasy owners should not want. And they go, these New England running backs, and they love them, but I don't want that headache. Like, I really don't.
I agree.
Even with the Sproles, Pierre Thomas days, I didn't ever want to either. So I'm with that. So, all right, those are our sits this week. Let's go to our starts now. Let's go to our starts. Dugan, you want to lead up with the starts?
Yeah, sure.
You got 1 or 2?
I have 3.
I
have 3.
Dugan's allowed to do this. I'm allowed.
All right. Last week I gave you Eli Manning, #1 quarterback, and I gave you Steve Smith, #1 wide. I think I could do this.
Yeah.
I think I could
Okay.
do this.
And we should all be doing this.
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead. I
want
look.
to.
All right, I have 1 at each position: QB, running back, and wide.
Okay.
My QB this
We'll try to
start
do it this week.
this week is Cam Newton against the Bears, and no run game for Cam.
Yeah.
I think he throws all night.
Yeah.
I like him a lot in this week. For my running back,
Good
I'm
pick.
starting someone against your Eagles North, and that's Zach Stacy off a bye week. I think he's going to finally get 20 carries. They're going to have to try to keep your offense off the field. And my wide receiver is Percy Harvin. He's going to
Yeah.
snap this week.
Yeah, but that's everyone's starting Percy Harvin. So I got it. Okay.
So
I got you. Well, last week I picked Ryan Tannehill. His job was on the line. Did pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good.
So I do give you that. This week I'm gonna go Bucks Nation. I said Drew Brees is gonna light us up. I know Brandon Cooks has been on and off. I think you got to go with the rookie again, Brandon Cooks. At least a rookie that plays every day because Mike Evans hasn't played a full game yet, which is great. And my other start, I like Whedon out of the Steelers as well. I think this Ben's gonna throw.
like Whedon.
I take Whedon. He's my
I'm a
other
big Wheaton
start.
guy.
Whedon's my other start. Those are my 2 wide starts this week. I go with that. I do like Percy Harvin this week too, Dugan, but it's just too obvious. I couldn't go with that. But yeah,
I'm
those are my
starting
2.
Matt
Those are my
Alright,
2
looks
guys.
good. I'm fine with that. I'll gladly go next.
And as a Giant fan, I gotta ask Dugan and Monk. As a Giant fan, do you like Jennings this week against Falcons after what you saw?
I like the whole Giants
Asiata.
offense.
Okay.
I like the whole Giants.
Do you start the
offense.
Giant running back?
I really do.
I don't start anybody
I think
anymore.
Okay.
Giants have a big week.
I think it's high score, very high scoring.
There's never
game.
been a
I think
man in
Giants have
blue
a
in
big
my
week
fantasy
this week.
team.
I really do.
All right, no, my bad.
No
Keep
problem.
going.
My start is anybody on the Eagles offense.
Okay.
I think after last week, the offense has to do something today, or there's gonna be some serious cloud flying over Lincoln Financial Field going into the Giants game.
True story, bro.
So if I had to pick one guy in particular, it's LaShawn McCoy this week.
Okay.
He has
All
put
right.
up a combined 5 points in
I love that,
every
man.
fantasy league
I
the
love
past
that.
2
Wow.
weeks.
Such a homer, Narv.
Nope.
Such a homer.
How am I a homer?
It's bye week season. Shady McCoy, I got you.
I can't wait till we play. I can't wait for us to go to this game.
It's tough because people might be losing
Oh.
down in Shady for instance. It's tough. I'm trying to give guys like waiver wire 4-tier wide receiver guys, But I understand where that McCoy thing comes because it's been Sproles. He's been the dominant guy.
You could honestly, and I have Shady McCoy.
Yeah.
There's been weeks I've been debating sitting him.
Yeah.
Because my bench has been getting more points than him.
You physically can't sit him.
I did it last year at times. Not Shady, but I mean, you sometimes have to. You have to play the matchup.
Yeah.
He's playing
Sure.
the Rams. You're gonna be running that clock out.
It's true. I started Danilo over Arian Foster last
Yeah.
week. Want me the week. As of right now.
Decisions like that
I'm
will
up
win you a
1.9.
championship.
Steve, you're up. Who's your
Say
start?
I got 2. First, Asiata.
You start.
Yes.
Okay.
And this one, which you might disagree with, Antonio Gates against the Jets.
Wow.
No, I
okay.
I agree.
All right. Hey, Ebron went nuts. Go with Gates. Yeah.
No.
Mug and dunk.
I agree.
You obviously start Rivers and
Yeah.
Eli Manning. Eli Manning. Was
Absolutely.
and I liked Andy Dalton. I did. Eli and Andy Dalton.
Andy. We're
You know
against
what?
each other. Andy
And I don't
Dalton.
think they're that good quarterbacks.
What'd you call him? The cinnamon what?
Cinnamon Slinger.
That's such a great name.
The Cinnamon Slinger.
You should
Stud.
copyright that.
Cinnamon
He's a stud.
Slinger. All right.
That's hysterical.
I don't
Right
know.
there.
It's something special about fantasy football. You just every week
Yeah.
something weird happens.
It's getting crazy. It's getting
Love
crazy.
fantasy.
Every year, so I have a great team. And like, the team falls.
I did until last week.
What
The
happens?
worst week of my
That's
life.
fantasy. That's the beauty of it. That's why we all love it.
You know what happened to Riley Cooper on my fantasy team? As soon as he dropped that ball in the end zone, picked up my phone, drop. Never play again. Won't even wear my uniform. Make me sick.
Is there anyone on the radar for fantasy owners that should be looking at if they have like another good week? We should start consider picking them up. I'm looking at Jeremy Hill. Like I know he's the backup over there and stuff, but I'm praying Gio goes down. Maybe we want to stash him. Anyone to stash out there for advice?
Wideout, Jarius Wright from the Vikings.
Okay.
He looked like
Yeah, he did look
Bridgewater's
pretty good.
go-to guy.
Yeah.
Really.
If he does that
did
again,
look
you
good.
got to pick him up.
Even McKinnon. You want to talk about Asiata? McKinnon looked good. I mean, he had I think 153. He had a big 75-yard run from scrimmage, but he's fast. The problem is he's not going to get the goal line guys. But God forbid Asiata goes down,
got it.
McKinnon's going to be okay there.
You know what?
It's
I
gonna be
was
all right.
watching? I
it looks
looked
like.
in my cousins in Yahoo. I do. We do ESPN. In both leagues, Andrew Hawkins isn't owned by more than 15%, but he's the number one in Cleveland, and he gets the targets 10 times a game.
Fred, you've been telling that to me all week. I got to give you credit for that. Steve, you got any guys?
Think Marvin Jones.
Marvin
I
Jones.
like Marvin Jones.
He's easily going to take over for Sanu when he's healthy again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
I had Marvin Jones last year. He's a good player.
And that is our fantasy segment brought to you by theonlyfantasy.com. Ever win that NFL Fantasy Football League but really didn't win anything? Don't let that happen again. Join the Fantasy Football League on theonlyfantasy.com and try putting your knowledge to the test and win some actual cash. They have leagues for any budget which range from $25 all the way to $1,000. Join theonlyfantasy.com where winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So, we go back to our segment before we go into other talk of Dr. Dugan. So, Dr.
yes,
Dugan,
that's right.
what is our injury
All right,
report
this week? Not really that much. Not
Okay,
really a
what are we
lot.
feeling, dude?
We got Mike
Evans.
Evans, obviously,
what
2
we
to 3
looking at?
weeks. He's out. Derek Carr sprained his MCL, so he's out. I heard that Matt McGloin might take over the
Matt
helm
McGloin.
there. Yeah, I don't know. That's rough. Zach Miller, tight end, injured. He's out for several weeks. The guy that I'm hearing there is Luke Wilson, the backup tight end, that he is more of a deep threat. He's not a
Any relation
blocking
to
like
Owen?
Zach Miller. So Luke Wilson, if you need a tight end.
No relation to Owen.
Cecil Shorts, I want to say, is back this week. He's going to be
Cecil
playing.
Pants?
Yep. No, not Cecil Pants. I'm sorry. Cecil Pants is injured. Sorry. Ace Sanders is back this
Oh,
week.
Ace Sanders.
So, but Cecil Pants re-injured his
Cecil
hamstring.
Caprice.
He's out. D'Angelo's out. And Fozzie Whitaker is going to take over the thing. So, no really pickups this week, but those are your injuries from last week. Not really that much. Not really big names. So,
Thank you,
gotcha.
Dr. Doogie.
Dr. Doogie. We didn't get the Doogie Howser song this week, but we'll get it out.
So we're gonna have to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna kick off with some soccer, and we're gonna segue ourselves right into some NCAA college football talk. See you guys after the break.
Addicted to Ink, a proud sponsor of the Zaraza Entertainment Network, is Westchester's premier tattoo, piercing, and apparel destination, offering only the finest tattoo and piercing services as well as the best atmosphere you will find. Addicted to Ink is located conveniently at 38 Westchester Avenue in White Plains, New York, right across the street from the Westchester Mall. If you got the itch for more ink, like the Zaraza boys do, get your work done right. Visit www.addictedtoinktattoos.com for more information. They were once knighted by the creator of Ustream.tv.
3 Knights of Ustream.
In being the 3 Knights of Ustream, their mission is to help turn up the volume on the last source of freedom of speech there is, the internet. So join the flagship show of the Zaraza Entertainment Network, Zaraza, New York, every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live from ZenLive.tv. They'll show you just how it's done in the World Wild West. ZenLive.tv! Independent music, alternative news, the underground and the underrated.
Hey, this is Vinny Pastor. You call me Big Pussy, and you're watching ZenLive.tv.
You're watching the Zaraza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv. Here, you'll find ridiculously good-looking people, equipped with knowledge, intellect, and passion for speaking the truth. Does it get any sexier? A filtered mind is the only crime for Zen Live. Stay tuned.
Aye. This is a moth beat. Yep. Moth beat. You heard of him, right? I know you heard of him. No. I hope so. I have trouble.
And don't go getting offended by my use of the quote-unquote N-word. I have a black wife and 2 biracial kids, so I feel I have a right. I don't give a goddamn what that prick Spike Lee says. Tarantino was right. It was just a word. If old dirty bastard could use it every other word, why can't I?
Well, I would prefer if you did not use that word in my presence.
Oh, really?
I wanna help, but I don't know. But claws hanging from a choker. Plus, I don't think that pretty face got a matching choker. Her Vida Loca got her breathing so.
Monday's got you off the wagon? Well, worry no more, because it's now officially a part of the 3-day weekend. So get on board. Come party with the Standby Gypsy, Juju the Model, and Blue Rivera every Monday night for your entertainment week in review, off-the-wall interactive segments, live performances, in-depth interviews, and the latest in sports. The Hangover Takeover is live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on ZenLive.tv.
Are you a smoker and you need to quit, but you're discouraged because it's harder than some like to admit? To do the tricks, well, these are non-toxic clouds that exit your lips. Oh yeah, yeah. White Plains Vapors, located at 210 Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, New York. Visit our location and choose from a wide selection of exotic flavors.
You're watching the Zaraza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv.
Thanks for tuning back in after the break. We're going to kick off a little bit now, no pun intended, once again, with some soccer. It was a dark time in my camp.
Bad day for you today, Fran.
Terrible day.
Good day for me yesterday, bad day for you today.
God's crying for me. That's why it's raining outside.
Juventus. They were trying to draw this game 0-0 on the road in Atletico Madrid, Champions League. Arda Turan, he's in the right place at the right time.
He's a poacher.
And they couldn't get the equalizer. You know, it was a tight defensive game.
You know what? Both teams, when I was watching today, while at work, of course, while driving home, while at home, while I'm watching this, the one thing I noticed is both teams did not want to make the mistake.
Right.
So it was all conservative.
Big time.
Every move was conservative. A lot of crosses into the box.
Yeah.
And then Atletico got
Open
lucky
for a
with that
mistake.
one cross where Mandzukic missed the header.
That's what happens.
And
though.
it just landed right on
That's what
Tudor's
happens,
foot.
man.
One quick direction into the net.
That's it.
And we go down 1-0 to Vicente Calderon. No turning back.
That's
Llorente,
it.
please don't ever start for my team again when you fall on the ball. But I do take some positives. I thought Pogba played great.
Yeah.
I thought Marquisio played well. I
You're
thought
still in the
Vidal
group.
was a whole-
You're still in the group.
The whole group has 3 points.
That's impressive. Because Malmo beat Olympiacos.
Malmo beat Olympiacos.
And Olympiacos won last week.
Right. And we play Olympiacos 2 straight games now.
So there you go.
We could take the group right there. 6 points.
So you
we
still
can
have
get it.
control.
Still in first. We're the only team in positive goal differential. +1.
Chelsea's on the other end. On the other end, the positive end of a 1-0. Wasn't impressive, but they did the job defensively.
That's what you
Sporting Lisbon, Modic with a header on a corner, and they got the job done. That's a typical Mourinho win.
Yep.
Shut the door. They have 4 points. They're sitting pretty in that group to perhaps win the group because Schalke drew at home against Maribor. So
I'll tell you, the one thing I'm noticing with Chelsea is that they do just what they need.
Exactly.
They don't
Just
do
enough.
anything more,
No,
but exactly
just
what we
enough.
have to do. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but it's going to work.
It's going to be like this all year with Diego Costa with his hamstring. They're going to be waiting for it to fall off, and they're going to manage him, and he's going to be okay.
He's looking great.
Yeah.
Guy's-
he looks
guy's
great.
really looking good.
He looks great. He looks great.
Atletico Madrid might have been missing him today.
Yeah.
I mean, Mandzukic is a very good player. I honestly think Tudor is a more valuable forward than Mandzukic. And I just feel not in the
Such
sense-
a more complete player.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not so much on the sense where like Turan's the guy who you're afraid, but he does everything right.
Right.
Like, I've never seen the guy do something.
Yeah, he
wrong.
does.
And he's run by the greatest, one of the great coaches right now.
I was going to say that's a testament to that. I think their whole team is just so technically sound on the ball because Diego Simeone.
Stud.
This is how I look at it, Fran. There's the 2 great coaches. There's Ancelotti. There's Mourinho. In my eyes, there's the Peps, but for me it's Ancelotti and Mourinho. The next 2 of kin, Jurgen Klopp and Diego Simeone.
Dortmund and Atletico Madrid.
Fantastic. But both coaches on the rise. I don't know if they leave, go to bigger clubs, but they're doing a great job with
Does
their
Conte
clubs.
fit in your top 5? Maybe Rudy Garcia at Roma.
He's fantastic.
Fantastic. Blows my mind.
You know what? It's so disrespectful to him for me to just not bring him up in this
Right?
conversation. It really is.
I don't even
Brendan
know what to
Rodgers
say.
has done a great job with Liverpool, but
Well, we saw today.
well,
You
yeah.
can't be doing that, but we knew. We did say it.
We said, folks, on the show, we did say Basel. We both picked Basel. Basel's been impressive. People don't understand. They're a Swiss side. You know, we don't get to watch them much. They've been impressive. Marco Strella. How long has that guy been there? Scoring goals for them. Forever. Scored today, game winner.
That's it.
Follow, you scored a goal, you were deemed to be offsides. And that's it. That's how it goes. Tough loss for Liverpool. They got
loss.
lucky. They got lucky against PFC Ludogorets on a Gerrard penalty, their home game. They have 3 points. They're still alive in that group, but they should still get out. But I don't know. I'm not sold on them going much farther.
I think they're getting to the round of 16.
That's it.
And that's where it ends.
Yeah.
See,
but Fran, one thing that's interesting about that is if they get in the round of 16 and they get Sturridge back, can they make maybe if they let's say if they land a Roma, who's great.
Ooh, what a game that was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's still great. It's still an enticing Liverpool Roma. Oh my God!
Beyond
How
enticing.
enticing is
On style of
that?
play alone,
How
it's
enticing is that?
I want it.
Yeah, I want it too.
I want it.
That's what I'm saying. If it was something like that, I could see them knocking Roma out. I could see Roma knocking them out. But you know what I mean? Like they could be competitive.
I'm just like, you're the Premier League guy on our show. I'm the Serie A guy.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, the styles of play are really, they're synonymous with each other. I saw the way Roma played Man City. You would have thought on paper that Man City was going to go in there and in their home ground. And
You know what it is with the Premier League? These bad teams, they force them to play that way. They force the Man Cities to play that way and the Chelsea's to open up. They don't even wanna. They want to play technically sound. They're better players. They have more skill on the ball. They have to open up because these guys just come at them. It's crazy.
Right.
These Northern Irishmen, these potato farmers over here come at them with left and right.
It's true.
That's the Premier League for you.
It changes the game.
Yeah.
The league itself reflects the team. And you know what I was noticing, and I know you're gonna agree, because it's something that I really take reflection on, because managing is everything in soccer. A team mirrors their coach to the end. Atletico Madrid is Diego Simeone.
To the T. Dortmund is Jurgen Klopp.
Dortmund is Klopp.
Absolutely.
When Juventus was under Conte, we were Juventus under Conte.
And now Bayern is Pep.
Bayern is Pep.
Bayern is Pep. You see it. You see it
and
off their
Mourinho,
play.
they got that Chelsea. The Chelsea got the Chelsea looking like let's not make the mistake.
They had that mystique. Yep.
Yeah, it's incredible what soccer can do, what football can do.
One English team that I'm very impressed with. Very. Arsenal. They needed
Today.
this game. Yeah, they needed
we were
this
talking
game.
about this.
4-1. The new signings. This is what they need, and they're stars. They need the ball on Ozil's foot. He needs to play big for them. Danny Welbeck, great game. Alexis Sanchez, great game. They could be scary moving forward. I really, really do believe they could be scary moving
for
forward.
sure.
I think they're a good side, man.
What's crazy is I've been reading a document about
4-1
Galatasaray
today.
They're in shambles there.
Oh, yeah.
They're in big shambles.
Yeah, they're in shambles.
And Prandelli is starting to prove he can't handle this sort of pressure.
Cesare Prandelli, yeah.
You know-
Ex-Italian coach, takes the job at Galatasaray. What was he thinking?
From Italian to Italian.
What was he thinking?
I don't know what he was thinking, honestly. Maybe he thought he can get out of the spotlight.
Mancini's job, right?
Right.
Mancini was there.
Mancini actually, he got some stuff working there. But there's a lot of problems
he
with
did.
Galatasaray.
Yeah, they're not.
So, I mean, this weekend we're going to have some decent encounters.
Yeah, very good.
I'm very nervous, honestly. Especially with this loss today.
This is the creme de la creme. Nelly, I think you got to watch this one, man. Juve Roma. I mean,
2 6-0 teams.
two best by far. 2 6-0 teams.
The two teams that were picked at the beginning of the year to battle to the end for the title.
This is it. This is like a decider in the title race.
It's a championship game at the
It
start of the
is.
season.
It really is.
You know, you guys, when you're talking, it really got me to watch soccer on Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I know what's going on now, which is great.
Good, man.
But where is this Roma Juve game?
It's in Juve.
It's
right?
in Juve. Okay.
It's at the
Juve.
Stadio Juventus. So, we don't lose at home. If I had to make my prediction, I'm taking a draw.
Oh God.
Sorry, Nell.
Oh God. Nelly, you already know what I
Come on.
have. I have the 1-1 draw. I have these two teams canceling each other out. They don't want to lose. They're not going to
Too
want to
early.
lose face in the title race this early. It's
early.
that simple. They'll share the spoils, and that's it.
After
They'll
Champions
take a
League?
few chances each, but once they get to the 80th minute,
I will
that's it.
say this, though. It's going to be a draw, but an exciting draw. You're going
Right.
to get action.
Right.
Both teams play offense.
Man U over the weekend. A win at home against West Ham.
Deserved?
No. Kevin
No.
Nolan, you were on sides. You were on sides. You scored. It should have been 2-2. Man U, listen. I find myself flipping week to week with you guys. You're awful. This is a great game. You're at home against Everton. The fact is, the name of your team is still Manchester United, and that's the only reason you guys are still big. I go. How's this, Nelly? No more draws. I go 2-1 Everton.
Agreed.
Man, you
2-1.
continue to be in shambles, and it gets worse and worse. I think it
2-1.
gets worse and worse. I really do. They have no defense.
They have no
Until
defense.
January, until they could sign a defender, it gets worse and worse.
And who's going to want to sign for a team that might be in 9th place, 8th place at the time?
This next game, in my opinion, is the biggest game
What's this one?
of the weekend for me. It's the London Derby.
Yep.
It's Chelsea. It's Arsenal. It's, in my opinion, 2 out of the top 3 Premier League clubs. This has title implications written all over it. I think Chelsea wins the game.
I have Chelsea.
I think they win the game. 3-1.
4-3.
4-3 is that's a great scoreline.
That's you're going to see offense.
That's a
Look at
cool
the news I'm gonna
scoreline, man.
watch. 4-3.
I see 3-1 Chelsea, so we agree on that.
Yeah.
And one other game that was very, very, very enticing to me. Tottenham, Southampton.
And the average fan wouldn't look at that and say
No.
that's a good game, but that's a great game.
Southampton, you are playing incredible soccer.
Yes.
And another thing, I'll tell you what the interesting little tidbit on it. Who's the coach of Tottenham? Maurizio Pochettino.
right?
Who was the coach of Southampton last year?
Pochettino.
Maurizio Pochettino. Let's see how he goes. He's not going into his old stomping grounds. They're going to be at White Hart Lane. 2-2.
Thriller.
Right?
I like 2-2.
2-2.
I think Graziano Pele keeps his form going. The goal he
He's
scored
good.
last week.
What a wonder goal.
I don't even know if I'll ever see that again as long as I live.
Unbelievable wonder goal last week.
Conte, call him up.
Yeah.
Call him up. Put him on the
One
team.
thing that last week I did say Liverpool and Everton, the Merseyside derby was
Yeah,
going
the
to
draw.
draw. You guys hung it. It drew.
Yeah,
I
how?
did say Arsenal, Tottenham, London derby was going to draw. You guys hung your head. It also
True.
drew. 1-1, 1-1. Teams this early in the year, they're going to draw. At the end of the year, you'll see them going for the results. You know?
January.
Yeah.
So it kicks in by like January, February. You're going to start to see teams like, okay, we're in the hunt. Go for it. I want to make one thing. I told you guys, in England, I'm not a fan of the Big Four. I do like Newcastle. I'm a weird guy.
He's gone. After this week, I
Pardew
think he's gone.
needs to go.
Yeah. Newcastle fans petitioning hard for him to go.
I signed it.
France signed the petition for Alan Pardew to get sacked.
He's gotta
Coach of
go.
Newcastle.
John Hancock.
Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure talking soccer. on this show.
Always.
We'll have more for you at the end of the
Yes,
weekend
great
with all these
soccer.
great games. We have some fun now. We have Nelly and Dugan doing their on fire NCAA picks.
Got some good games this week.
Got some great games this week.
I wouldn't say too much the Thursday night game with Oregon and Arizona, but I would. Saturday is a lot of good games, a lot of televised games that everyone could watch. Channel 2, Channel 4, ESPN. But I want to start with the first game on Channel 2. One of the best games.
Yeah.
Alabama at
Let's-
Ole Miss.
You know me, Sweet Home Alabama. It's right there, simple as that. They're my they're my pick to win it all. I love Lane Kiffin there.
It looked fantastic.
Dukes,
It did.
you?
I think I'm going to take the points in this one again. You
Okay.
know, like I said,
I'm against you.
in college with getting that underdog at home. I like their defense. I like Bo Wallace. I think they keep this close.
Cool.
I
Cool.
think they keep it close.
I like the week off with Alabama, so I'm
yeah,
going with
it's-
them.
It's big.
Hmm?
It's big.
All right, what's the next one? What's the
next
big gun?
one? LSU at Auburn. Big
LSU
game.
Auburn. I'm taking Auburn.
I'm with you.
I don't
like
care what the
Auburn.
spread is.
Defense too good. Run game.
Yep.
One thing I read with plus 1 has the most at home.
No, he's
No.
it's phenomenal.
Auburn's a great team.
And I think LSU is a little too young, so the run game is gonna, I think, completely dominate. So I take them minus the 8. Nelly, you're with
Okay.
me. Next game, Stanford at Notre Dame.
Great game.
Great game.
Notre Dame has to win this one. This is huge. I believe it's +2, right, Dukes?
Notre Dame is +2.
Well, Notre Dame is plus at home to Stanford, a team that lost to USC. It's telling you to take Stanford, but my heart is with Notre Dame. I will not. My advice here, honestly, Golson had an awful game against Syracuse in MetLife last week. He gets it right. Take Notre Dame +2. I'm with Notre Dame.
Your heart is telling you the winner, because Notre Dame's a winner in this game
Yeah.
at home. I don't like the offense for Stanford. I don't like Hogan. I think Golson is a great quarterback, better defense. Notre Dame wins this at home. I completely agree with you.
And the last game?
Texas A&M and Mississippi State.
You know, Texas A&M got away with a miracle, and I'm still riding with them.
Kenny Hill too good.
Too good.
I'm with Janelle, Texas A&M.
I got to call out Fran right now because you should be very proud of your Florida State Seminoles. After Winston emotional win down 21-0 NC State. Yeah. And as much as it kills me as a Miami Hurricane fan, we showed our potential as our rookies. But you played as a team in that game and know what it takes to win. Everyone's saying this team is not playing up to its potential. Down 21-0 NC State with a good quarterback on the road. Tells you all you need to know about James Winston and this organization. Jimbo Fisher, this is a better job already. You coaching this year than last year. Good for you. Keep on rolling.
Good on paper.
Yeah.
They're not.
They say a good on paper team. You lost Benjamin Rashard Green. They're still for real. Very much for real. I think they're in the national championship game. An easy one, too.
So you like this Florida State Seminole team better than last?
No, because when you lose the running back, Freeman, and you lose Benjamin, you lose the jump ball and the goal line carries. But you're getting away with it, and you're still a viable team, and I think you're still a top 2 team. I still think you could beat Oregon. I don't know if you could beat Alabama. I think the defense is showing something here with Florida State, but Auburn is still tough. It's going to come down to Auburn, Alabama in that game again, and we'll go from there. Dukes, who's your clear favorite right now?
My clear favorite, I got Oregon, Alabama, and maybe Oklahoma.
Okay. Steven.
I'm not a big fan of Florida State this year, honestly.
Steven, our guest, thank you for coming in today.
Absolutely.
We're definitely going to see you a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah.
You know, awesome stuff. Steven, what do you guys say on your college talk? Any other sports news you want to drop on us?
I have an upset.
An upset?
Vanderbilt over Georgia.
Whoa. Georgia was shaky last week against Tennessee. Bad Georgia game at home. They almost blew that game. Why do you like Vanderbilt over Georgia?
Just exactly what you said. Yep, exactly. I think.
Funny feeling.
I think it's going to be close, and I think it might come down to a last-minute play.
Okay.
Maybe last 30 seconds, but
this kid has Houston, Vanderbilt, guys. Upset Steven. Upset Steven Steele here. USS.
Jeez.
That's the new name.
Sticking by
Stevie Upsets.
Stevie Upsets.
Stevie Upsets. That's the new. That's your anointed nickname from now on. Stevie Upsets.
Well, we're winding down here.
Yeah.
On Pipe Bomb Sports, we have about a minute left, so I'll make a few notes. We actually launched our Pipe Bomb Sports podcast, and it's going quite well so far, right? Pipe Bomb Sports on iTunes.
It is.
Pipe Bomb Sports Show on iTunes. We also have a YouTube channel on Pipe Bomb Sports Show, and just recently released a website, pipebombsports.com.
Yes.
So definitely check all this out. We want some feedback.
Yeah, guys. I mean, we're still growing and growing, and a lot has to do with it. Guest here tonight, Steven, helping us out. Saturdays and Sundays, working hard. Bringing it out there. So, guys, good luck this week. Hopefully you
everybody.
listen to us. Hopefully, we steer you in the right direction. Steven, thank you so much. Gypsy, as always, the best.
Gypsy, thank you.
ZenLive.tv is the Dolls Network. We're here.
Yep.
We're going to be here Wednesday again. We're still partying, still rock and rolling.
Go Texans.
That's it. Go Texans. Derek
Yes,
Jeter,
go
Stan.
Texans.
And let's get the World Series going on.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
The cult of personality.